Good morning, I'm again. um, I'm glad you didn't want to miss your YouTube. Well, I have actually put off talking to the new baby, um, but I'm sure I'll get my chance for that in a second. There was such beautiful cards have been put on the Facebook page since we did the hat box easel yesterday. And I've had quite a few people asking me about the box. So I thought we would just do the box now whilst you're still in the mood for the hat things. Now, the box that we're going to do can be for any dimensional card. Obviously, this does need, it can't just fit in an envelope. So we do need to have a box for that. Most cards that I would send these days are not massive, but sometimes they do need the depth and they need a bit of more protection. So hence we're going to make the box. So I'm going to do it for this particular card, but we're going to say that it could be for any type of card. Now, again, because I'm trying to keep to the A4, being able to do anything out of an A4 piece of card, which fortunately fits with this box. But you could, of course, make boxes for bigger cards. However, you would have to have a 12 by 12 piece of card in the first place in order to do that. So anything up to 6 inches or just about width of a card can be made from your A4 card, but anything bigger than a 6 by 6 card has really got to go in for a from a 12 by 12. Okay. I've just noticed that my chat is down. Hold on 1 second. I just need to, I don't know why it is down. Let me just check, everybody, because I don't know why that is down. Let me just see why that is. No, I can't see. So hold on. Right, I'm just going to get it up on my phone as well because I can't see if you're talking to me. I could to start off with. The joys of the internet, eh? So let me just be with you in a second so that I can see what you're saying. Oh gosh, and have it repeated back. Right, okay, sorry. So now I can see what you're saying. So good morning to everybody. Morning Sue, morning Shirley, Jill, Julia, Rosemary, Jacqueline, Lynn, Zebra, Sandra, Chrissy. Nice to see you all joining me. So I'm going to make a start. So my card here, if I was to be able to sort of square that off, because I'm going to make a square card. Now, as I said yesterday, you could make a very posh round box for this. But you know what? That's not going to happen here, I'm afraid, because I can't be doing with that. So I'm just going to make a square box, a very simple square box, and therefore it could be good for any card. So this is approximately a 6-inch square card. It would fit into a 6-inch square. So therefore, we first of all, whatever card you're doing, need to measure your card, and it's 6 inches. So then we need to add 2 inches for the lid of our box. Okay, so therefore 6 inches add 2 is 8 inches. So I'm going to put it onto my cutter here, and 8 inches is there. So I'm going to take this leading edge up to my 8-inch mark, and I'm going to just trim that. And then I'm going to turn it round because we need to have a square. So this one is also 8 inches. Okay. So then for our base of our card, we need to just take 1/8 off of that measurement. So we need to just take a second piece of card, and then that one comes down to 7 7/8. So just fractionally smaller at that. Okay. So 7 and 7/8. So the main rule is that whatever your card is, you just need to make sure that you do whatever the size card is plus 2 inches, because we want to have a depth of 1 inch all the way around. Most cards would fit in with that. And I think that that is about the average. So we should be fine with that. So I'm going to take off my cutter blade from my my trimmer here, because this is a system which has a cutter and a scorer, and I personally find that that's a really good way to work. But I also find that if I don't take off my blade, my cutting blade, I will cut it instead of scoring it, and then I've got to start again. So I don't want to do that. So with both the base, which this one is, and the lid, we need to score all sides at 1 inch. So that is why, let's just pull this down here. You have got a 1 inch mark. Can you see that? 1 inch on that side. So I don't have to worry about that. So I will just take now this edge to the 1 inch mark, just there. And then I can score that all the way around. So all 4 sides, just take that one piece. Obviously I could do it the other way around, but I find that when it's only 1 inch, it's really ideal just to take it like that. Okay, so to the 1 inch. So this was the base. So we've done that. And now I need to do exactly the same. So no other different measurements, but just score this one, each side at 1 inch. Okay. So I'm just taking that down there. Whoops. I do find that this trimmer is, I mean, I have got, for when I need to do a lot of work, I do use my guillotine, because I do find that's better for a lot of work. But I also find that when I need a scorer as well, it's just perfect with measurements and things. So just take that away now. We won't be needing that anymore. Just bring the camera out a fraction more. Oh, you've gone on the wonk, so we don't want you on the wonk. Okay, so we now have our base and our top, and we just simply need to take a small pair of scissors, well, a large pair if you prefer, and I'm going to just cut these strips. So in the corners, you will see that we now have a cross as such, a little square in each of all of the 4 corners and on the top. And I'm making it easy. You can cut into them and make them all beautiful and everything, but we're going for simple. So all I'm doing is cutting along that fold edge up to that first cross of where the next score line comes in. So that gives you a little tab here. And I'm going to do that in the same direction on this side. So again, that's facing vertically. So I'm turning it around, turning the whole thing around, and it is best that you get all of your tabs moving in the same direction. So I've just cut on all of those. So then I'm going to take a bone folder and I'm going to burnish all of the edges. So I'm just going to go all the way around. That one as well. Okay, so then you'll find that these little tabs are going to sit inside your box like so, and your box is like that. Okay, so I'm then going to take some glue glaze, because I find that that's the one that's got the quickest. You could use your red liner tape and things like that, but I do find that this has got the quickest grab, and because I'm just trying to show you quickly today, I find that that's probably the best thing to use. So I'm just going to bring that up, and what I just need to do is make sure that these corners are absolutely square. Okay, so our tab that's inside the box is fitting on this corner here, so that that is a true corner. Okay, then I'm going to turn it round and a bit of glue glaze on both of those tabs. I mean, you could use the red liner tape or ordinary glue, and then pop a little couple of the mini what they're called, little clip things, pegs, that's the word, pegs, just to hold those in place there. Okay, so that's that one done, and we're going to do exactly the same for this. So again, it's just take the scissors and just snip up each vertically, turn it around, and do the same that side. If you do make some mistake and cut them the other way, as long as you don't cut them off completely, you're fine. It's just that it gives it a neat finish if you do them all vertically. Oh, that's what I found in the past. And I have got envelope and box maker, crafter's companion bits and pieces, and they are really good, and they all serve a purpose. But we haven't all got one of those, and I just wanted to be able to show you how to make this quickly. Okay, so because as you've made all these wonderful cards yesterday, you're going to be wanting to send them off now, aren't you? Or some people have made them in the past. As I say, they were nothing new for me. They were from me, I should say. They were something that I have seen around in the last sort of 9 months or so, and they really are beautiful. Some of the ones that you've been showing me are absolutely stunning, and I love Jill's remark on the fact that it looks like an Easter bonnet parade, because it did, didn't it? So don't forget, when you're pulling those corners in, you do need to just make sure that that is absolutely square, and that's the only really crucial part of it. Okay, now I've got to remember which one is which. I never know until it's on there. Right. Okay, so that was the lid. So when I remember which one's the actual lid, I take a 1-inch circle here, circle punch, and I just half put that in, so that I'm just taking out just a little half circle, so that I've got something to hold the lid when you go to take it off. So just do that on 2 sides, so that when you put your lid on your box, you've then got that little lip here to be able to just pull that off. So that will fit the card. Let me just show you, but I haven't quite finished. Whoops. So there goes my little card. Just have to tuck my ribbons in, and that fits on there like that. Okay, but I just want to, because you've got such a lovely card inside, let's just decorate the front of the card. So we just need to measure the top of what we've got left with the card. So I think I might do this in centimetres, because although I say about inches otherwise, I prefer to do that. So 14.8. So I'm going to do a 14, I think. Let's see. So I'm going to take some of the paper that we used inside, and this one is from the strawberry cream. No, but strawberry cream. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Or strawberry shortcake, is it? Oh, sorry. I just thought you might need to see a bit more of it. Now you've all gone on the wonk again. Oh, God. Oh. I can drive a car, you know, but really this this is just, I can never work out whether it's supposed to be back or front. What are you looking for, Rosemary? Oh, yes, I have got I do sell the trimmer, Rosemary, yes, and I have got the Crafts 2 corner and notch punch, which is ideal as well. Yeah. So we're going to try this one at what did we say? Hold on. Got to measure it again just to be sure. So it measures 14.7. So I'm going to do a 14.2. So I'm going in centimetres. And just should have done it the other way round. So let's go that way around. 14.2. And I just want to check that that looks okay. Yeah, so that gives me a nice little border all the way around. But then I'm going to take the lighter pink pattern as well, and I'm going to go with one of those as well. And I'm going to make that 14.8. So that's 0.5 centimetre smaller than the other one was. Okay. So let's just put those two together. And I think I'm going to make it 1 centimetre smaller, just because I can. Just because I can. So what did we say? 13.8. So 14.3. Just make that a little bit smaller. I just want to be able to see the pattern, really. You know, it's entirely up to you. I'm just fiddling, really, aren't I? So here is our lid. And there is our first layer. That's better. And our second layer. So let's just glue that down. So I'm just putting just ordinary craft artist super glue onto that. So I'm putting that on the lid with leaving a little border all the way round. And then just going to do my second layer. Like so. Now, you may recall that yesterday when we made our hat easel card, that I used some already made flowers. And so I'm going to continue the theme for the box, but just slightly different. So I have taken the John Next Door leaf flourish. It's something that I use so much. It's just perfect for this because you have 2 dies in the pack, one facing left and one facing right. And because I want to put my little embellishments up on this corner, I've already cut it out in a greeny colour. One is going to go down that way and one is going to go that way. And again, because it's the way that I prefer to do it, I'm not going to put glue all over because I prefer there to be dimension and movement on this type of thing. So I'm going to put enough glue, enough glue on these lower leaves just to hold it in place, because I don't want not enough glue on it that it's going to move off, but I haven't put anything on these ones here. I'm just going to, it's just those leaves that I've put on here. And as you can see, these ones just sort of wafting in the breeze, really, but they are secure because of the glue that I've put on these top leaves. So again, just a small amount, on there, like so. So then I've chosen some more flowers. And I've gone for roses this time. And I've got my hot glue gun all at the ready here. And I'm just going to pop some glue onto the back of my roses. And I'm just going to hold that steady whilst it grasps. So I've gone for a reddy coloured rose and some shades of pink. Okay, just going to hold that in place. And I think although the idea was that we were going to be sending this box through the post like this, well, I've changed my mind really, because I think if you're going to give such a beautiful card, and some of the cards that you make for people are so stunning that you just want to be able to give them something just that little bit. You know, they're going to keep that card, aren't they? They're going to keep your easel, your hat box card. But wouldn't it be lovely if you gave them a really lovely box in which to keep it to. And that's what we're aiming. That is what we're aiming. So we've made that beautiful bit on the top there. And then I've cut 2 of these sentiments, best wishes. I mean, it can be anything. I've cut 2 because I just wanted to make them stand out just that a little bit more. So I'm going to do one first, popped it on the sticky sheet. And I'm going to stick that directly onto the other one. Yes, a bit fiddly. Whoops. Once you start it off, it goes on quite easily. You've got to be quiet when you're doing this. Concentrating. But I think when you're doing something on a box like this, or often with sentiments, I do cut out 2 and put one on top of another. Sometimes I will shadow it as well. I'm not going to do that in this case. I've put it literally one on top of the other, but I think it gives it that little bit more sort of oomph, shall we say, especially if you're putting it on a box there. So just put it back, put them all back down. Oh, I've got glue on my finger as well. Let's take that off. Pop that away. And I'm just going to pop that into position. Making sure that they're all the right way. There we are. So then you've got your sentiment, which in actual fact you haven't on your hat. So you've got your sentiment on your front, and then you've got your lid that goes onto your box. And there is your finished hat box for your hat easel card. Okay. As I said, it's suitable for not just the hat cards, but any dimensional card. So all these beautiful cards that people are doing with flowers and all those beautiful embellishments, this is perfect for it. The only restriction is the size of card that you have to start off with, and therefore what size card, what size box it needs to be. Okay, so I will be putting some measurements up for you on the bottom of this YouTube section, so you will know what measurements it is. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know lots of people have already made cards like this, but I just thought that I would show you how when I make these cards, I just like when I make these boxes, I do like to decorate the boxes as well. You could just put your plain piece of paper on it, and then that would coordinate nicely with your card as well. So that would be fine. But if you've got your embellishments out for your hat, why not just put some onto the top of it as well? Okay, so I promise I won't be back again now. I won't be back again until Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining in, everybody, especially as it was short notice. Have a great Bank Holiday Monday. Instructions coming up very shortly. Thanks very much for joining me. Bye.